Before we even get to the review, I need to share the most disappointing thing I wish I knew before booking Viking Ocean cruises. They don't sell the ship models on board. My collection is going to be incomplete, and for a gentleman like myself, that's a huge tragedy. But that is not the crucial cost-saving vacation defining secret I wish I knew. No. The crucial one is all about the food and the crowds. A secret that, if you don't know it, could cost you a perfectly timed meal and in my case resulting in me gaining 8 extra pounds. I went into this cruise like I do to all cruises with a challenge. Would Viking Ocean cruises survive the test? The best cruise line, the best ship is the one I'm in now. So did it survive the test? If there is a thing I love is being on a ship. Yes, it absolutely did, but only because I learned these costly mistakes the hard way. By the way, what is the one luxury cruise line you expect to be truly all-inclusive but surprised you with the mandatory fees at the checkout? Let me know in the comments below. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to reveal the food secret that made me double book specialty dining, the secret to unlocking true all-inclusivity, and the one crucial tip about the 70+ crowd you must know to avoid the packed dining room every single day. Despite the details I'm about to share, let's start with the truth. This was a great experience on a very fine ship, and I hope this review gives you a feeling that it is a wonderful trip for well-traveled cruisers like yourself. The core of the Viking experience is the crew and the service.
Hello, welcome boys.
The crew was fantastic in catering to a high level of personalization. I was frequently treated by my name and they remembered my usual requests very well. This crew is first class, and that personalized service is the true luxury you're paying for here. It's what allows you to feel like a millionaire without being one. Robert, thank you for your feedback on my last video. For you, Viking is first class, and honestly, the service confirms it. And you? Be like Robert. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do it now. Being a small channel, I can engage at a personalized level with you. The ship design itself, the sleek, uncluttered Scandinavian aesthetic is a winner. And of course, the unparalleled comfort of the heated bathroom floors. Oh, heated floor! It's got heated floor! This is going to be wonderful! In your all-balcony stateroom is a nice touch. This is a line that focuses on enrichment and destination. Not casinos, not water slides. The mistake. Assuming Viking inclusive value means all-inclusive in the true luxury sense, meaning a final price with nothing else due. The consequence, the hidden cost, you'll find 2 items that feel like mandatory upcharges, that break the all-inclusive promise: the daily tip gratuities and the silver spirits drinks package. Gratuities. This was roughly 3.5% of the cruise cost, at least for me. It's a daily charge. For an upscale destination-focused travel experience, why bill a mandatory cost separately? It only makes the price feel 3% cheaper at the booking moment. Viking should simply have this built into the price. The silver spirits. You get complimentary house wine, beer and soft drinks at lunch and dinner. But why is that extra glass of Chardonnay mid-afternoon after some waffles not included? The Silver Spirits package is about 5% of the cruise cost and almost everyone simply adds it. My tip: budget for the gratuities and the Silver Spirits package immediately. By baking these approximately 8.5% extra into your initial budget, you remove the only nickel and diming feeling on board, and you're truly free to focus on the destination, not the check. If you enjoy one cocktail or a glass of wine outside of meal times, the package pays for itself. Michael, sorry for having confused you presenting Viking now after the other cruise lines. But I hope you like to get information about all cruise lines, and with this video today, you'll get a feeling for if Viking is to your taste. And you, you know what I'm going to say. Be like Michael, subscribe and comment. It costs nothing. There's always good tips and extra explanations that the videos might not have covered. A core mistake. thinking that reserving specialty dining is about getting a different menu rather than different service. The consequence? The cost of FOMO, fear of missing out. I gained 8 extra pounds and I wasted a specialty dinner reservation on a menu I could have enjoyed elsewhere. The main dining room secret. The food at the main dining room is the same as at the buffet, exactly the same. The difference is the service and the plating. Going to the MDR is only justified for a slow evening with other guests, not for a unique dish. The overcooked egg clue. The poached eggs served for the Eggs Benedict fell slightly overcooked, a crucial sign that they are cooked in large batches and maintained warm for efficiency across the ship. These two things reflects on having less food variety from a lower crew to guest ratio than some competitors, less kitchen staff. Manfredi's, the Italian restaurant, is the real great differentiator. You must book it before you get on board as soon as possible. But don't book it for a sea day. The FOMO cost. I booked the chef's table for the same night as the famous surf and turf night. It falls on a sea day. Never book specialty dining on sea days. Feels like a good thing, but all the cruise lines always get their best dinners at sea days. The surf and turf with the delicious beef Wellington was served at the pool grill, which created very long queues at the single small station. And because I didn't want to miss the surf and turf, I ended up having 2 full dinners that night. The surprise? Well, the chef's table menu, while elegant, was largely available at the buffet. The chef's table menu changes throughout the sailing, but it is a curated collection of some dishes from the buffet with a couple of wine pairing options, depending on if you have the silver drinks package or not. My tip: Manfredi's is gold. Book it before you board. It's the only guaranteed unique menu experience. Skip chef's table for variety. Book chef's table only if you want the wine pairing experience and the specialized service, not for the food itself. Act the queue. At the surf and turf nights, skip the lunch queue. Instead of waiting for a plate, go to the buffet area, tables first, then send one person of your group to grab the special items, like the beef Wellington from the pool grill. Before I go to the next mistake, let me ask you something. You see, I share these secrets or tips because this is an elegant experience. I believe it is good for you to know the details. I think that is why you are looking at this video. Hopefully before booking or before your first trip on Viking. Are you planning a cruise on Viking? Drop in the comments below. And join the insider community. Subscribe right now so you don't miss the next money saving warning. It has no costs and gets you a lot of valuable tips. I'm all about cruising to feel like a millionaire without being one. Not a multi-millionaire, those have their own yachts. Observation. The crowd is heavily in the 70s range, and Viking has a policy of adults only. So no kids on board. Thus, no risk of a running wild kid bumping into grandma at the buffet. The consequence, or the bottleneck effect as I call it. But because the crowd is so homogeneous, everyone tends to do the same thing at the same time. Lunchtime chaos. Everyone eats the buffet right after shore excursions, making it absolutely packed. Moving slowly, people using walkers to carry plates. I was actually surprised not to see staff assisting the elderly with their plate. That was a gut punch for me. Nighttime curfew. After dinner, everyone goes to the single show in the theater, which gets packed. Afterward, everyone heads to bed. Corridors, lifts and stairs are filled with slow-moving guests, making your personal curfew around 10:30. My tip: counter-cycle the ship. Dinner, the main dining room is packed. The buffet is basically empty at dinner, except for the surf and turf night. Go to the dinner buffet for an almost private dining experience. Lunch. Go to the main dining room for lunch. Well, if it is open, it's not open every day, when everyone is jamming the buffet. Or otherwise use the quiet outside terrace sitting to relax and enjoy the wake. But you can have the ship to yourself. I spent a lot of time on deck 8 between the Explorer's Lounge, my favorite spot, and the promenade to get my steps now and then. I must confess I was impressed with this ship layout. You only feel the almost 1,000 passengers at the theater and at the lunchtime buffet. During the other times is as if you have the ship to yourself. Another mistake, relying on the complimentary shore excursions and the short port times for a meaningful experience. My itinerary had very short port times. As an example, in Vigo, we had only from 12:30 to 5. The free excursions is a gap. The included tours are usually walking or short panoramic tours, which are great for basics, but not for something unique. There is a value gap. The other official tours are quite a bit more expensive, but there is no deduction of the value of the complimentary excursions. This means you're essentially paying full service, not benefiting from the marketed excursions inclusion. And there is a time trap. With short port times, you can't make the most of the port of call. Fortunately, some ports, like Malaga, for example, we had a full day, and thus go to see the Alhambra, which requires a 4-hour bus ride back and forth. And Alhambra is a must-see. We can't simply miss it if we never been there. My tip, Viking needs to offer a credit system per port. Until then, view the included excursions as a bonus, not a core activity. If you want something special, book with external operators for better value. But be warned, it's not easy to find good options given the short times at port. The real luxury here is the complimentary headsets provided in your cabin. Ah, look at this detail for the shore excursion. So it really is integrated the shore excursions into the cruise for all official tours. A nice practical touch. Another mistake, expecting a vibrant late-night cruise atmosphere. The curfew was essentially 10:30. The last activity at the Tórshavn finishes by then. The only show is at 8:30 and the theatre gets packed. It's singer-oriented with no dance and felt a bit short. The enrichment lectures, curiously though, never had the theatre full. Maybe at 10% capacity, but those are worthwhile. And you can find performers at the Atrium and Explorers Lounge throughout the day. And no casino, so not many options to disperse the crowd. My tip? Cabin viewing. If you don't like the crowds, you can watch the shows on live TV from your cabin. That helped reduce the stress on the theater and has the benefit of avoiding the lift queues. You are in your cabin. Win the quiz. Go to the daily quiz. Yes, just one.
Here we go. Does anyone know the name of the song? Yes, it is.
At the theater. If you win, the reward is a complimentary glass of champagne. A nice effort for those who skipped the Silver Spirit package. Despite the rough water, and yes, the ship did take a huge beat on the first sea day at the Gulf of Biscay. I don't know if the way I was walking was because of the silver drinks package or the silver waves hitting the ship. But Viking Ocean is a very fine ship. The final warning, the single most important mistake to avoid is not immediately booking Manfredi's the moment your window opens. And not making the extra budget, circa 8 to 9% for the gratuities and drinks package. I'm Alex and I help cruisers over 50 feel like a millionaire and avoid costly mistakes. You've just learned the secrets to mastering a Viking cruise. Don't fall for the next trap. Subscribers get all my cruise warnings and great engagement besides the videos. Hit subscribe now so you don't miss the next secret to plan your next cruise. Until then, check these other videos on Viking Ocean cruises.